Hello, my name is Drew Bailey. This is XC number 5, XC number 9, the Underground. This XC is going to cover pretty much underground scenes of clubs, underground scenes of events, underground scenes of local, national, or global networks or places that we can go to underground. How the underground is going to work is, let's say you have an iPhone, you have a Ticketmaster, some kind of account like that, where you have PayPal, some kind of funding where you can pretty much buy into something you want to do. You provide that you're at least 16 or 18 or whatever the age limit is for the event. The event is then networked and gridded up into the host. The host can host a certain region or a certain area. Hosts compete to determine who's going to be the best host, and the host has different margins, different areas. If you're in a different country, you trust one host, a host can recommend another host to a party, close to you, something that you like. You interact on multiple chat forums or multiple different sections with people across the country, across the globe, or across your community, and you have a certain sector of things that you like. Well, your host is going to be able to pick up on that. Once you do something kind of like a, what is it called? It's a dating site. It's excessively long, I've heard. Cupid.com or whatever it is. Let's say you have to go through 15, 20 minutes of information about you, about your personal life, about what you like, your likes, your dislikes. And then your host picks that up, and then you get judged, or the host gets judged as well, based on the event that you go to, and you can vote on how good of a host they were or how bad of a host they were. The host is set up in a form of where there's anywhere from 5 hosts to the 16, or 4 hosts to the 13. 15 divided by 3 is 5. So you have 5 separate hosts in your community, in your area. You put in the topography of the design of how far you want to go. Let's say you have a vehicle, you're 19, 21, 23 years old, or you're 40 or 50 years old, and you have a spending range of $5,000 and you're willing to travel 500 miles on a weekend if some hosted event is coming up. Host comes into your town, host puts together a private event, host sends you a text message via the headmaster or the head host, the head network, the head grid, and says there's a private event coming up. You have to pay previously to come to the event via your PayPal or your Ticketmaster $200, and the event is located 200 miles away from where you're going to be, or 500 miles away if that's your demographic, and you have to prepay via your PayPal before the host comes. Host provides all the private security, all the private sector. Host has any issue, then they fall back to the mentors. Hosts are always set up by 3. You have a 33, a 32, and a 32. Host is going to be the 33, 32 are going to be the mentors. The mentors are competing on a local, global, and national level to become hosts. As hosts step up, as hosts step down, hosts are competing 15 to 1 or 1 to 16. No one ever really becomes the 1 except for the king, the prime host, the person that sets up the network or the grid, the person that is in the charge of the host. If you want to be more Jesus Christ-like, you have 12 to 1 or 13 to 1, which is, like you say, have 12 apostles and they all break off. And then you have 4 hosts to each group, 4 candles to each corner, 4 corners to each square, 4 corners to each road, whatever it may be. The hosts then contribute to the mentor. The mentor comes back down to the network. So it goes 32 to, 33 is the king, the prime host, which is the 1. 32 is a mentor. So think college, university, you have a professor, you have 2 adjuncts, and then you have the student slash I'm going to be a mentor, or I'm competing for the adjunct professor role, and I'm a student as of now, and I'm the 16. That's the platform that's going to work their way up to being a host. The hosts are going to do such things as digital. The host is going to do such things as make it so that the people can have different levels of entertainment. If you don't want to make it to the event, if it's too far out of your range, the host can make it so it's a 3D event. So the event, it can be previously recorded, it can be real time, It can be unlimited pay-per-view, multiple cities, multiple tasks, such as Mardi Gras, Macy's Parade. Each host has a website separate. Hosts pull together spanning the globe. So if you want to see something that's going on live and you pay a private fee for the host, then you pretty much pay the information. You pay to play, you pay to watch. You watch it on 360 web hosting, 360 television, or 360 underground. In regard to the host mentor program, the host is mentored with the position of mentoring somebody that's coming up. So it's competitive against all the clubs. Let's say you were to set up a club and there's multiple clubs within your city. Obviously one club's competing against another club. You come to 32 or club, whatever it is, back in the 60s. A really famous club, New York, LA, wherever it is, Paris, France, China, Japan, the ultimate club. You set up all your cameras, 360, you have the underground, you have all the equipment, you have all the hosting. You host and you put it all together, and you have a network of 2 people spanning out the 16. So take a square, write a 16 in the middle, like a card, like a playing card, write 3 fours on either corner, and have 16 spanning off each card, and 1, 2, 3, 4. 40, 40, 40, 40, 40 equals 16, 40, 40, 40 equals 16, 40, 40, 40 equals 16, 40, 40, 40 equals 16. If you have an issue from one of your mentors, or a mentor has an issue where he has to check with the host, which is the king, they know automatically if something goes wrong, they have it directing so that it goes both directions. So if you have something go wrong with your Ticketmaster, your PayPal, or something like that, this is from a host perspective for people that want to become part of the host network or the host grid, to become part of the 360 web hosting, 360 television, and 360 underground. You automatically have instant feedback at your club, at your scene, at your spot, in order to know what's the issue, how the issue is going to be resolved, and where you're going to go to resolve the issue. How that works is you have all your clubs set up on a multiple lateral grid that's monitored 24 hours a day. It's all separated. They have it set up where it's pay-per-view, it's real-time, it's unlimited. It's multiple cities and multiple hosts. Each host networks into another network, networks into another grid, and networks into a primary host, so that each host covers a certain demographic or a certain region or a certain area. These hosts then monitor and make sure that all the equipment's up and running, everything is ready for web hosting, television, and the obvious underground, which is more a private viewing feed, which has to be more of like classified, or you have to be fill out a certain amount of synopsis or a certain amount of information in order to be on underground or the private grid. For those people that want to be on the underground or private grid, you pay your money, you pay your fee, you're able to watch a certain event or something that is like a rave, like a club, or like an event where with advanced technology such as they use in Las Vegas or other demographic regions that have heavy security, they can blur out all the faces. They can make it so that people that shouldn't be seen or shouldn't be known are pretty much blurred out. They can make it so that you can see the overall acts of the club or acts of the event, but you don't necessarily have to give up everyone's identity or everyone's information. Hosts non-compete regulate all clubs, organizations, all events through all hosts, provide sponsorship and guest lists from outside source given to accountable state to show trust. Host state replacement host and hosting is provided by club censorship. Each event's club host provides multiple lines, real-time VR. It could be multiple tasks too, not just club regular events. It could be someone coming into town from a famous background or something like that. That's part of the 360 web hosting, 360 television, or 360 underground, and they have a private network or grid where they write over your synopsis, over your bio, and they don't mind meeting you, or they want to meet you and your significant other, and they don't mind you coming to a private group concert or singing or something like that, or a private fight or a private study or a private club event, and you sign it into your web phone, into your iPhone or whatever phone you have, your Android, and you pretty much sponsor it up and you link it up and you get to go to the event. Structure is like a cube. Anywhere fourth corner goes into auditorium. Different clubs, parties, all taught. Learns both host mentors and searches for additional club rated client sponsors and bridges the gaps between promotion, branding, and the scene. So the scene is pretty much whatever is happening, whatever events happening for that day, that weekend. The host will send you a text message. It'll be like that movie Tron, where you get a text message and then you confirm the text message. If you're interested in whatever event, the host gets to determine if they want to send you subtle hints, like something that's a little bit too underground, where they can send you a picture, or it's a rave, and then they can send you an additional picture. You pay your fee, and you kind of got to do a cat and mouse, so there's not certain uninvited guests at the party where they can do the host and they can bounce around from place to place. So the host primarily ends where the destination they want to be. When you sponsor or get into a grid with the website that I'm coming up with, Designing on the Underground, you pretty much sponsor the fact that you're a certain age, that you're going to do everything within terms, that you're not going to do anything illegal. All terms and everything on this concept of this idea is followed by every law, every law-abiding officer. Otherwise, makes it so that you don't necessarily violate the law. But if the law is violated in any club, rave, or event, and somebody's face is blacked out, it doesn't fall anything on me or anyone else in party to this, because all it is just a concept or an idea. From here on out is pretty much what people decide to do with it. I'm pretty much coming up with the concept idea to design this so we have web hosting and a 360-degree dimensional club scene that people can get on the internet, get on the networks, and watch and view from the privacy of their own home via pay-per-view globally clubs, raves, or events such as Mardi Gras, such as Macy's Day Parade, such as Fight Club, such as some other big world event. Oh, New Year's Day, New Year's Eve from Greenland or something like that. London Bell, Division Bell is some big world. Chinese New Year. Let's say you wanted to view the Chinese New Year and there was also a pre-party before it. You could pay for a host in order to give you a pre-party, and you can watch it from your hometown in New York, and then you can also go to a party on the same New Year's in New York via another host in your demography, so that you can watch one, or the party that you're at that one host has, and you decide to go to another host. It's split up, so each demography has 4 to 5 different hosts, so that each region has, let's say the United States, is split in, just take it and put it across the United States. From Los Angeles to New York, there's only going to be 4 primary hosts, and then it's going to be division. So you have 4 hosts, it's going to be 12, getting for rule 1, who's the best host, who's getting the most people, who gets the most followers. 12 divided by 4 is 4, plus 1 host. Everyone's always competing to be the 1. That's where the 13 comes in. The demographic breaks down like this. Each host checks into a base, into a network, into a grid. The grid is all designed around a primary grid. The clubs, raves, the event all go into a feed. The feed goes into your phone, and then you determine if you want to watch it previously cleared, $2, real time, $5, unlimited, which is where you get it bounced from multiple city for $20, or you want to do multiple hosts, which is another fee, on to close at this time, or you want to do a video upload, or you are at the club, the party you're seeing, or it is your club party you're seeing, where you're competing against another host in your area to host a private party, concert, or venue, and you want to put it all together so that you can be part of the 5 hosts, which is 15 divided by 3. You have 5 hosts, everyone's competing to be the 16th. You're putting together a private club, rave, fight, whatever it is, and you want people to attend. You put it together, you network it with another host. In turn, you're kind of becoming a mentor to a host that already has host and already has reputation, street cred in that area. The host says, okay, let's put it together. You network in your idea. The host puts it out there, and then it goes through Ticketmaster, Viacom, and then people that meet your demographic, that meet the bio of whatever the underground is, goes through the dark web, the black web, which is now becoming the foreground to the new web, which is going to be the underground XE9 and 5, which is going to make it so that it's more mainstream, such as to what people already do. And this is more a, not logistical nightmare, but a logistical reality where people are going to be able to watch it 3D, web hosting, television, and on the underground, so that people can actually see this real time from the privacy of their own home or from the reality of their own phone as they video it up, or as they wear the Google glasses or whatever it is in order to watch the real-time event. As to the clubs, as to the scenes, as to the underground, if you set up your club with underground technology and information, you can put sub-clauses in your host information so that everyone's face is blacked out. If people don't want to be seen or do want to be seen, you can have them wear certain things, or you can have them do certain things, or you can pretty much make it so that you're feeding from a host perspective to keep everyone's identity pretty much private. We don't condone anyone underage. Pretty much it's just a host another program so that you can see around the globe how people party, what people have in their events, and you can see it from your television, you can see it from your laptop, you can see it from your telephone, and you can also see it from the underground. The internet's already pretty weird, YouTube's already weird, Facebook's pretty weird. This will make it so that you can actually see underground rituals, rites, or ways people celebrate other certain events in other towns, cities, states, or places across the globe. And you can also see in real time. In regard to the cost of setting up all the gear, I don't have the information with me as to what it costs in order to set up virtual reality gear, or three-dimensional or Google glasses or anything to that effect. But that's pretty much what this is platforming to become. So as you help me build the network, help me build the grid, or help me host to become a host, or become something below a mentor, or to do something with this, my name is Drew Bailey. My email is going to be drewbailey9996@gmail.com. And my Facebook is going to be same thing, all lowercase, Drew Bailey @facebook.com. And again, what it's going to be is pretty much what we make it out to be. I think that the 360 technology that's on the market is kind of a joke as to the real technology that they're using in labs and using in advancements in the field in private sectors. I think there's going to be a huge shift and change as information continues to adjust. I think that people should be not only well aware of it, be able to host it and be able to use it privately from the privacy of their own home in order to kind of get more accustomed to as what technology is eventually going to become. Appreciate your time. Look forward to your email. If you just want to mention as to how this is already being done, or it's being done somewhere else in some other country, my name again is Drew Bailey, and my email is going to be 9996@gmail.com. Hope you're having fun. Hope you're living large. Hope you're living life. Hope you like the idea. Look forward to working with you, talking to you, and hearing from you. Everything that you mention, anything that you have in regard to this idea, in regard to this design, I may friend you on Facebook, or you can friend me on Facebook. The design that I want to have on Facebook is pretty simplistic. It's just a circle with a half square, and there's a triangle inside, and then there's a square. So circle, triangle, square, and it's Drew Bailey at Facebook.com. That's what I'm going to post up as my picture. Have a good one. Take it easy. Hope you like the idea. Look forward to working with you. Goodbye.